Hello friends, so today I'm here to talk to you about sweeping Avatar. Yesterday I uploaded a video about how to minimize the damage from sweeping Abyss because, as most of us have experienced, sweeping Abyss sucks. You lose a lot of damage because of all the Abyss damage being backloaded, and the front-loaded damage is like utter garbage. If it's a 2 or 3 million damage sweep, it can take 10 or more seconds sometimes even. But Avatar is almost the opposite. When you do Avatar, you have chances of doing 5, 6, 7 million more damage, and this is just one example of it where I did a sweep of 14 million, and then my carryover damage was 73 million, which added together is 87.4 million, which is almost 5 million more than my normal damage, which is 82.6 million or so. This video will be about finding those opportune and inopportune moments. So the way you find them is by doing a recording of Avatar. Like, you run it and you have a recording, and then you find specific times. It doesn't really matter whether you're doing an Oyster or a Blackberry build, but the times will be slightly different because the Blackberry build requires a 9 CD squid versus Oyster, I think, is 3 or 6, something much lower. But pretty much you need to record how much HP was on the dragon before you start hitting. Then you record when squid hits at 55 seconds. When he finishes his hit, at least. Then the next key point is at 40 seconds. And the next key point after that is at 25 seconds. And finally at 11 seconds or so. Of course, this is going to be different depending on how much CD your squid has. And then for reference, I have an extra time that I recorded, which is at 32 seconds. This is pretty much the worst timing you can have, where you barely miss out on squid hitting on both your initial hit and your sweep. So with that, we're going to move to my drawing program where I have recorded all this information and I have actually done the math. So the next step after that is to see how much damage is done at each key point. So of course, when you're at 0 seconds in, you've done no damage, and then for me it's 5, 20, 28, 35, and 49 seconds intervals. With that, what you then do is match up the times that add up to less than 60, and you will then see pretty much what your peak damages are, and of course add these numbers up. So this is 82.7 million, and this is 80.7 million, and this is 77.3 million. And then you also note that there's plus 6 seconds, plus 5 seconds, and plus 4 seconds on top of that because they don't totally add up to 60. And as you can see, as long as there's around 17 million or so damage or health on the avatar, I will always do more damage than my average because I also have 6 seconds on top of that. But I have yet to record the worst case scenario, but I have recordings of the best and second best case scenarios. So in this case, I did 87.4 million. This is the one I showed at the very beginning of the video. And then this one I actually did 86.9 million. So about a million off. And this one probably had some crits. And this one had a mistake where I had queued Squid late, so I didn't get his last hit in. And this one, I did not do it myself, but I guess that it would probably be 3 million more, so then it would be 80 million or just about, question mark, just because I don't have that. As you can see, whatever your damage is at around this time is the worst possible time to sweep because you will actually lose 1 million or 2 damage. It's still not that bad. You could lose that from critting, or you could even gain it from critting, or it could be the difference in critting and not critting for you is what I meant to say. And with that, you pretty much want to find avatar when it's pretty much just under these numbers that you find here, and you will always do more damage than normal. And if you're lucky, you can even coordinate with people in your guild to find all these points and optimize everyone getting as much damage as possible. With that, I'm going to end the video. Good luck, and I hope this helps.